You sit down and you discuss what was taught in the first session. Okay? That's why we give you the half an hour. And you don't spend that half an hour talking about the traffic on the road and what happened in the elections in Pakistan. You spend that half an hour discussing with each other what was presented so far on the subject. Now then, if you have any questions, this is the time, or if you have any comments to make, these are always very important for me. Who will be the first? Dr. Ansari, please take over.
Andrew? I would like to ask a question about the time value of money. Obviously, if a family is starving, £100 today is worth a great deal more than £100 in a month's time. Do the teachings allow there to be a recognition of the time value of money in the context of interest?
Yes. We will be addressing both the subjects. Number one, the time value of money, and number two, the constantly decreasing value of money, which then results in prices rising, which is otherwise known as inflation. But this will come in subsequent sessions, yeah. So do please be patient. Dr. Ansari?
Next question. This gentleman here. This gentleman here.
Just a rhetorical question, Sheikh.
Please, when you are asking a question, you do it the way the brother did. Because I have a declining air problem now. You're going to speak louder. Speak louder. I heard him clearly.
We know that there is a difference between the Jewish tradition and the Muslim tradition in relation to Harun. Harun has been accused of creating and carving the car in the Jewish tradition. And the Quran tells us that...
the microphone is worse than if you speak. I can't understand what you're saying.
Okay. There is a difference between the Jewish tradition and the Muslim tradition in regard to...
I'm not understanding you. Or leave the microphone, yeah. I cannot hear you.
In the Jewish tradition.
In the Jewish tradition.
There is a difference between the Muslim tradition in regard with Harun alayhi salam.
Harun alayhi salam.
Harun accused by the Jewish tradition that he carved the calf and
Yeah.
was the one, the crime assigned to him.
Right.
And in Islam, in the Quran, Allah says, when the Jewish rabbis were talking to Maryam alayhi salam, they say to her, Ya Ukhta Harun.
Ya Ukhta Harun.
So this could be one of the reasons why they disqualified Jesus alayhi salam from being their Messiah, expected, as they were waiting for him to be from the Musa bloodline.
Very good. Good.
Could this be, that's just a rhetorical.
I like the question, but we're going to have to leave for 5 o'clock.
No.
Yes, we'll have to leave this question for 5 o'clock because it's not connected with Riba. I told you from 5 o'clock until 10 o'clock, Dr. Ansari can't put you out. We have enough time. So we postpone this question until that time. Remember, okay? Yeah. I want questions and comments which are directly related to what was presented so far. Dr. Ansari?
One of the sisters.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take it to the sister. Yes, the sister.
Is it written? Yeah, well, send it to me. We save time if you send a question to me in writing. We'll save time.
Yusuf.
You robbed me of 10 minutes, so I'm going to take that 10 minutes back from you. Yeah, Bismillah. Okay, here's a question concerning Pakistan and its atomic program, nuclear weapons, and Imran Khan is the new Prime Minister of Pakistan. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, yeah. Yeah.
Next, this brother, can you come to the mic? Just make sure you're well away from the mic, not too close.
Assalamu alaikum. I want to know, is place of religions in a democratic country, for example, UK haram? If haram, then is it because of the democracy or the text of the oath or both?
I did not understand a single word he said.
Come on, brother. Come on. Or do you give me the paper?
Yeah, we're wasting time this way. Yeah, we're wasting time this way, yeah. Now tell me, is this a question connected with what I presented this morning? No, it's not. It is better you could save these questions until 5 o'clock. And at this time, please restrict your questions or your comments to the presentation which is already made, okay? Yeah, go ahead.
So you said if anyone does not give up the profit of riba, the war of Allah and His Messenger is against it. But we see many people in this world are indulged with riba, but they have a good life. So when Allah says the war of Allah and His Messenger, is it a warning or is it a real war?
Very good question. I love this question, yeah. The question is that in the last revelation to come down in the Quran, Allah declared war, and not only Him, but His Messenger as well, that we will wage war against the moneylender who refuses to stop lending on interest, demanding the interest, okay? All right, I have a booklet entitled The Quran, the Great War, and the West. It was published in Malaysia, and we had to send 200 copies by air. So you know how expensive that is, to reach here for today. So on this occasion of this seminar, that booklet goes on sale for the first time. In that booklet entitled The Quran, the Great War, and the West, which is Armageddon or the Malhama you were talking about, there's an answer to your question. That when Allah declares war, how will that expression of war or declaration of war take place? That booklet answers you, okay?
Okay, this brother, can you come up? Sure. Please speak in the mic very slowly.
I can speak about this, alright?
No, but the sisters need to hear and other people need to hear.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Thank you for the presentation today. The question I have is, it's a technical financial question. I actually wanted to know about this. In terms of like bartering and trading, as he was mentioning, the Prophet ﷺ, he was mentioning how what is equal trade and what is not equal trade. So my question was financial arbitrage. What's your opinion on this issue?
You have to explain to me the term arbitrage.
So, for example, if you have an exchange or if you have a marketplace which is selling an item of less value, you see another marketplace which is selling the same item with higher value. So you would go to that, you purchase the first item from the first marketplace for a lower price, and you go to the second marketplace and purchase and sell it for a higher price. Is this halal?
It is permissible in business to buy where supply is greater than demand, and therefore the price is less, and to sell in another market where demand is greater than supply, and hence the price will be higher. That is legitimate business.
Okay. And can you continue doing this? Is this something that you can keep repeating and to accumulate those gains?
Business has been conducted this way all through history, but in the same market you cannot have. In the same market, different prices. Different qualities, yes. Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu came into the market and found a man selling his goods at less than the market price. Why would you sell less than the market price? Answer: to cut the throat of your competitors, so you can drive them out of the market, and then you can monopolize the market and you can raise your price. So he said to the man, raise your price or get out of our market. But that is when it is in the same market. But if it's in a different market, then demand and supply will determine prices. Yes?
My brother, take the mic, please. Stand up, speak slowly, please.
This is on what you talked about anyway. Yeah? You spoke about something which is in the hadith, about going to meeting someone before they reach the marketplace and then purchasing their product, going to the marketplace and send it back. I'm aware it's in the hadith, it's haram, but you said this is in Riba, so I would like you to explain and expand my knowledge on Riba to how this becomes the Riba, because I know it's cheating, I know it's in the hadith that it's haram. I've also read the other parts of the hadith on trading as well. Not a professional, but yes, but that one there, yeah, I need that explained how it's Riba.
Okay. Now, don't use the microphone. Yeah. Now repeat the question.
You spoke about meeting someone in the marketplace.
Yeah.
No, before they get to the marketplace, buying their product, then taking said product to the marketplace. I'm aware that's being put in the...
No. He did not say anything about taking that to the marketplace. The hadith is that if you meet a man coming to the market, and you buy his goods from him before he enters in the market, hence he is not aware of the market price. And you are exploiting his ignorance of the market price to pay him a price which is unjust. The just price is the market price. And you are exploiting his ignorance of the market price to rip him off. That difference between the market price and the price you paid is riba, because this man has been ripped off. You don't understand?
No, I understand.
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand why you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, I wanted to know how it became riba, which is then interest.
No. In the Quran, riba was borrowing and lending money on interest, the money lender.
Yeah,
This one is not the money lender. So there are different forms of riba. I gave you the first one from the Quran, which was money being lent on interest. And then I gave you another form of riba, which is from the Sunnah, which is a transaction based on deception. This does not have money lending in it. A transaction based on deception which yields a profit or a gain to which you are not justly entitled, otherwise known as a rip-off.
That's the reason for my question.
Yeah.
Because of the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah specifically notes down that riba is when you loan out.
Okay, first form of riba, which came from the Quran, is the increase on the amount which is borrowed when it's being repaid, which is known as interest. The second form of riba has nothing to do with the first one. They're not connected. This is one form of riba, which is a transaction in which you earn that which you are not entitled to earn. Okay? Because it does not qualify as business. The second session will teach you this, the second session. And this one in the hadith is also riba, but it is not lending money on interest. It is also a transaction, but it is an unjust transaction, meaning you are ripping off someone. So two different forms of riba.
And it can still, so if I was to say to someone that what they were doing, the practice that they were doing, because it's in this society, it's done everywhere. A lot of these practices you're talking about is pretty much across the globe.
In this society, you have this form of riba up to your throat. And in this society, you have this form of riba up to your eyeball. That's all I'm asking you to do. Open your eyes. That's a good way to start, yeah.
I've certainly been in the marketplace to see it.
All right. Now you're taking up all the time,
Okay, yeah.
and time is now up. You pay.
Everyone with the glasses, come on, please.
You're paying the price because you came late, not me. All right? We're going to start again at 11 o'clock, okay? No matter what time we stop now, we start at 11.
Simon Wayne Ramsey. Quick question. What's your opinion on people being used as commodities? Because obviously you've said about gold and petrol.
Okay.
We had a referendum recently.
Okay.
And Mr. Mann, who worked for the Treasury, said that each time someone complimented you, money is entered on a computer.
I understand the question. The second session will deal with what is money in Islam. Yeah, we'll answer that. Second session. Okay, that's it. No. Time up now. Time up now for this session. Time up. We have enough time after 5 o'clock. Okay? So now you have until 11 o'clock. You can go out and you buy the books. You can bring them for me for autographing during this time. You can have your coffee and tea and so on. But more importantly, get to know each other. And when you sit down to talk, don't talk about Imran Khan. Discuss the subject of the presentation this morning. Okay.